Welcome back, everybody, to the Cleveland Cavaliers MyNBA series here on NBA2K21. Today, we're going to be finishing the regular season here in year number 4. Our Cavaliers are playing great basketball. We're 47-18. We have the best record in the NBA, and the goal is to clinch the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference today. The two closest teams behind us are the Pistons and Bulls. They are 4.5 back. So with only around, I think, 17 games left in the year, as long as we don't utterly collapse, we should get the 1 seed, but that is no guarantee. The race for the top seed in the West is a lot closer, with 5 teams within 3 games. The Warriors and Grizzlies are currently tied for first at the top in that conference. So not only do we have the best winning percentage in the NBA, we also have the best point differential, and I think it's fair to say we've been the best team in the regular season up to this point. And of course, our mid-season acquisition of Kawhi Leonard should only help us going forward as we enter the postseason. So as long as we just play mediocre today, there's no reason that we won't get the 1 seed. And I think there's a realistic shot we could be the favorites entering the postseason to win it all. So obviously the Clipper game stuck out because we made a big trade with them at the deadline to get Kawhi, and I really wanted to play them. So we're going to simulate these next 2 against the Jazz and Nets, and we would blow both of them out, beating Utah by 23 and beating Brooklyn by 38. The Nets are one of the many teams competing for the 8 seed, so yeah, can't be losing by that much. We have officially clinched a playoff spot after those 2 games. Not a major surprise, but it is good to know that we are officially in. Of course, the Clippers' 2 highest-rated players are now Collin Sexton and Okapi Adeoye, the 2 players we gave up to acquire Kawhi Leonard. Both of their numbers have gone quite a bit higher since the trade, which isn't really a major surprise considering this Clippers team is not very good, and they've been without one of their top players in rookie point guard Scooter Barnhouse, so that's another really talented scorer off the floor, making Sexton and Adeoye their 2 best options. So let's get into this one. The 24-42 Clippers headed to Cleveland to take on the now 49-18 Cavaliers. Collin Sexton and Okapi Adeoye returned to Cleveland for the first time since the trade. Sexton received nothing but cheers from the home crowd. Okapi Adeoye, on the other hand, got a fair mix of cheers and boos. He was fairly disappointing as a Cavalier. Cleveland going with their regular starting lineup today: Shepard, Higgins, Wycraft, Garrett, Kawhi, and Big Fafa. The Clippers, of course, led by Collin Sexton, who's averaged 27.5 points per game in the past month. He is joined in the starting lineup by Desharius Stevens, Kevin Huerter, Larry Nance Jr., and Okapi Adeoye. So that's 3 former Cavaliers in the starting lineup, as Larry Nance spent multiple seasons in Cleveland, and of course Sexton and Adeoye as well. Shepard misses the 3 on the opening possession. Nice putback by Diafafa-Fobo. Big Fafa was better than Okapi Adeoye throughout the time they were both here. That's why Big Fafa is still here and Adeoye is gone. And Big Fafa was better on that play. There's Cedric Garrett from beyond the arc, extending the Cavalier lead. They're now up by 3. Collin Sexton has it, guarded by his replacement, Jason Higgins-Wycraft, as Sexton makes a nice move inside for the layup. 7-4 now, Desharius Stevens, the second-year pro out of Ole Miss, bringing the ball up. It's Kevin Huerter, the red rifle from beyond the arc, tying the game up at 7. Now the Cavs are up 9-7, as here is Kawhi Leonard. Pump fake over to Shepard from Curry range. He nails it. What a shot by Odavius Shepard, who already has 7 points on the day. 12-7 now your score. Sexton, nice play over to Okapi Adeoye for 3. Adeoye could shoot. He's sort of been handcuffed in the Cavalier offense, but he's gotten way more opportunities to score from all 3 levels with LA. Collin Sexton from beyond the arc, putting the Clippers back on top as it's now 13-12. Shepard gets it to Kawhi Leonard, who drills for Trey Ball. Cleveland immediately back on top as the Clippers steal that one away. It's Tony Tatum, the short 2 guard, bringing the ball up, and it's swiped by Mamadou Anechiania. He's going to keep it himself, letting it fly from beyond the arc. The best offense is good defense. 20-17 now. There's Okapi Adeoye again. He has been on fire offensively so far for the Clippers. He has 9 points here in the first quarter. LA trying to take the lead before the end of the quarter as DeMar DeRozan going to go for the pull-up mid-range. No good. That'll do it for quarter number 1. Slow start offensively, specifically the past few minutes. Cleveland on top 22-20, now tied at 22. As here's O'Davious Shepherd, guarded by Colin Sexton. That's a mismatch, folks. And O'Davious Shepherd drills the 3. Colin Sexton trying to drive by Mamadou. He's blocked twice as the shot clock expires. O'Davious Shepherd with great on-ball defense there. Shepherd is not a very good on-ball defender, so it's good to see him making a few nice plays there. There's Killer Cam Reddish from beyond the arc. 23-28 now. Stevens blocked again. Shepherd with 3 denials in the first couple of minutes of the quarter. And then Kawhi Leonard taking it himself on the other end with the fast break 3. Cleveland is now up by 8. The Cavs look great here starting off in the second quarter as Sexton misses the shot. Nice defense by Kawhi Leonard. Slow start so far for Colin Sexton. And then Shepherd on the fast break with the slam. A great play by O'Davious Shepherd. 25-37 now. Larry Nance drives by Kawhi for the slam. Larry Nance can get up there. He has some bunnies, let me tell you. Bogdanovic loses it. It's stolen by the rookie, Jason Higgins-Wycraft, with a great pass for Garrett, who gets the and 1. Nice finish by Cedric Garrett. Cleveland is now up by double digits. They lead by 11. The Clippers' offense has been very bad here in the second quarter, but there's a nice layup by Larry Nance Jr. 31-40. Higgins-Wycraft over to Kevin Porter Jr. with a deep 3. Porter now with 5 points here in the first half. Porter trying to drive inside. He gets the and 1 to go down. DeRozan called for the foul, and this second quarter has been all Cleveland on both ends of the floor. Can Kevin Porter Jr. get another bucket before the end of the first half? It doesn't look like it. He'll pass it to Turner over to Jason Higgins-Wycraft, the rookie out of Virginia. JHW with 5 points and 5 dimes here in the first half. There's Cassidy Spears the second with a fadeaway 3. Trying to get some semblance of offense for the Clippers, and then on the next possession, he gets an and 1. Nice little stretch here for Spears. Higgins-Wycraft is the one called for the foul. Former Cavaliers coach Tyronn Lue is pretty fired up. Here is Cedric Garrett now at the buzzer, no good. But still a very good first half, and particularly a very good second quarter for the Cavs as they lead the Los Angeles Clippers by 13 points. 53-40 is your score. Okapi Adeyemi with 10 points, 9 of which came in the first quarter. Shepherd with 12. He's been impressive so far, the Cavs, as we go to the second half. Garrett with the behind-the-back pass. Now Shepherd with it for 3, and the Cavs lead by 14. Desharius Stevens with it. Stevens doesn't really know what to do with it. He's going to get it to Kevin Huerter. The Ginger Hammer will connect from deep. 47-58 now. O'Davious Shepherd. He's had a nice day shooting from the perimeter, but he's going to drive inside, getting the two-handed slam. Great performance here for Shepherd. Cleveland up by 11. Shepherd again with the drive. He gets the and 1. Colin Sexton called for the foul. He does not agree with that call whatsoever. 52-63 now. Bogdanovic with it, guarded by Kawhi. He gets it to Sexton. Sexton caught Cam Reddish sleeping and gets the dunk inside. Very bad defense by Reddish, who's been fairly quiet today. 52-63, another easy drive for Shepherd. He now has 24 points, continuing his great performance. Okapi Adeyemi, guarded by Kawhi Leonard. Adeyemi with a great move inside for the slam. The third-year big man out of UCLA. I think the Clippers is a great fit for him. I think he's finally going to tap into his potential that saw him used with the number 2 pick a few years back. There's a nice dunk for Miles Turner, and then Kawhi Leonard, following possession, makes the 3. 56-72, Cleveland up by 16 points as Kevin Porter Jr. driving inside for the flush. 58-74 now. Kawhi kind of heaves it up and gets the and 1. A very lucky play for Leonard. Larry Nance Jr. called for the foul. 62-77 now. Reddish inside for the layup. Cavs now up by 19 as Spears gets his pocket picked by KPJ. Inside for the claw. What a slam by Kawhi Leonard. 83-62, the biggest lead of the day here for the Cavs. Cassidy Spears the second heaves it up at the buzzer, and it's good. So the Clippers do add a few points before the end of the quarter, but a great third quarter for Cleveland. They lead by 18 points and are in the driver's seat here in the fourth. Miles Turner passes it out for Mamadou Anichania for 3. Quiet game for Mamadou. He only has 6 points so far. Cleveland back up by 21 as it's Kawhi Leonard for 3. 21 points now on the day for Kawhi. He's been very impressive so far in the second half. Shepherd over to Mamadou, and Cleveland cannot miss. They now lead by 27, starting the fourth quarter with a trio of tray balls. Sexton misses, no good. Adeoye grabs the board and is blocked. DeRozan then gets it for Sexton, no good. And Adeoye again misses and then gets the putback dunk. I think the Clippers had like 5 shots on that possession. That was pretty bad rebounding by Cleveland. 71-94 and 1 for Cedric Garrett. Stevens called for the foul, and we're just going to skip through the rest of the fourth quarter because, well, Cleveland's up by a lot. There's no need to keep going. 127-91, a 36-point victory here for Cleveland, making a statement over Colin Sexton, Akapi Adeoye, and the Clippers. A great win here for the Cavs, and we are getting even closer to clinching that #1 spot in the Eastern Conference as Adeoye walks off the court frustratedly. The Cavs are not as frustrated. They've got to be pretty happy with how they played. Kawhi Leonard getting interviewed. I'm surprised Kawhi Leonard can even talk. I thought all he could do was laugh. Anyway, looking at the box score, 33, 8, and 7 for Odavius Shepherd. He was outstanding. Kawhi was really good too. Mamadou put up like 15 in the fourth quarter, I think. Garrett, KPJ, and Reddish also in the double figures. We shot the ball really well. 19 of 13 from 3, over 50% from the field, 16 of 17 from the line. We were really efficient. Akapi Adeoye was the Clippers' best player, 22 points, 16 rebounds. He was really good today. Very impressed with him. Colin Sexton with 20 points. Other than that, the only other player in the double figures was Cassidy Spears, and he only played 6 minutes. So although our former guys played well for the Clippers, really nobody else was all that good. So we're going to simulate forward now as we go past this next Bucks game and we go 3-1. Beat Charlotte, lose to Dallas, and then beat Washington and Milwaukee. Look at this game against the Bucks. We won 92-76. Very old-fashioned defensive style basketball. Allowing 76 points to a team like the Bucks is really nice. We're now 5.5 games ahead of the Pistons for the top seed in the Eastern Conference, and we're going to sim a little bit more. We lose 2 of our next 3, including this bad loss against a pretty bad Houston Rockets team. We are now even closer to clinching the 1 seed. We simulate our next 2 against the Sixers. We win both of them. So that brings us to this game against Brooklyn. If we win, we officially clinch the top seed in the Eastern Conference. We need to win one of our last 5 games or have the Pistons lose one of their last 5. So chances are we will clinch the 1 seed. But we hope that happens today against a Brooklyn team who is competing for a playoff spot. Same starting lineup in the Clipper game for the Cavs. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, it'll be Kyrie Irving, Caris LeVert, Kevin Durant, Dario Saric, and Jarrett Allen for the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, these 2 squads played in the first round of the playoffs last year. Cleveland won that series in 7 games. There's certainly a shot these 2 teams could play against each other again in the playoffs. Quick start for Shepherd, driving inside for the nice dunk. 4-2 now your score. Kyrie getting mean with the screen. Irving's pass is tipped and caught by Saric over to Caris LeVert from deep. Cleveland now back up 6-5. Kyrie trying to show off some of his moves. Gets it to a wide open Kevin Durant from deep. Nice shot for KD. Brooklyn up by 2. Durant, he's going to cause this Cavs team some trouble today. You know who else will? This man, Kyrie Irving, making the 3. 15-8. Irving with the basketball, trying to drive by Shepherd. Kind of heaves it up and gets that one sent to next week. What a block by Odavius Shepherd. Just absolutely denying that one like a fly swatter. And then on the ensuing possession, Kyrie is blocked again. More great defense by Odavius Shepherd. By the way, the Cavs are still the top team in the power rankings. Not that that's really a surprise. Kyrie misses the mid-ranger. Jarrett Allen with the offensive rebound and the putback. Jarrett Allen was not that impressive last year in the playoff series against the Cavs. We'll see if he makes more of an impact today. 17-10. Cleveland's offense really struggling at the moment as Mamadou will make the 3. Now it's 19-13. Kevin Porter Jr. to the corner. Back for Mamadou. He drills the tray ball. Good start for Mamadou. He is 6 off the bench so far. 16-19. Jarrett Allen misses the 3 short. But RJ Hampton at the right place at the right time, getting the rebound of a putback. 21-18 now on the inbound. Kevin Porter Jr. off the screen. Catch and shoot 3 ball for Kevin Porter Jr. He now has 5. Tied at 23. Cleveland really starting to pick it up offensively as Cedric Garrett gets the and 1. Nicholas Claxton is called for the foul. Cleveland now up by 3, their first lead of the game. Taylor Westwood inside. Nice pass, nice finish for Jarrett Allen. Cleveland trying to get a last-second shot here as Cam Reddish holding on to it. Tight defense by Oddmarson. And the shot from Reddish at the buzzer is no good. Solid first quarter for the Cavs. They're up 26-25. Very slow offensive start, but the Cavs really picked it up with 16 points in the final 3 minutes. On to the second quarter. Caris LeVert with it. Inside for Nick Claxton, who gets the slam. Claxton was drafted by the Nets, played last year with the Knicks, and is now back in Brooklyn as Kawhi gets the and 1. Super Dario Saric called for the foul. Former Nets, now Cavs coach Lionel Hollins grinning on the bench as Kyrie Irving makes the 3, putting Brooklyn back on top. KD's been quiet today, but Kyrie's been the handful so far for the Cavs defense. As Shepard misses, gets his own rebound, gets the putback. 33-38 now. Brooklyn up by 5 as JHW driving inside, gets the and 1 finish. Kyrie Irving called for the foul. A great move by Higgins Whitecraft, the rookie out of Virginia. Lionel Hollins does not seem as happy there. I don't really know why. His team got a nice bucket. 36-38. What a deep 3 by Killer Cam Reddish to put Cleveland up. Cavs now up by 3. Irving right behind the line. He'll tie it. Kyrie Irving continuing to be a handful today against his former team that he won an NBA championship with. Odavius Shepard makes the 3, putting Cleveland right back on top, 44-41. Both offenses are really looking good here in the second quarter. As there's a nice dunk for Pedro Pablo Escobar Jones II. I know, funny name. He was a user-created player. If you want to make a user-created player, join the Discord. Link in the description. Kyrie puts Brooklyn back ahead by 2 as there's a look at the Eastern Conference standings. The Nets are in a 4-way race for 2 playoff spots. They do have the best record of those 4 teams, but they're all within like a game of each other. Nice catch and shoot 3 for Shepard. Now both teams are pretty much going back and forth for the lead. Can Kyrie put Brooklyn right back on top? I wouldn't be surprised, as Irving will actually pass it out for Pedro Pablo Escobar Jones II. Back to Kyrie for 3. Nets are now up by 2. Will Shepard and the Cavs get right back on top? Well, not on this possession. They will tie it as Kevin Porter Jr. will slam it home. 49 apiece with a minute and a half to go in the quarter. Cavs now up by 2. Shepard on the inbound again. He is hot from 3. Odavius Shepard is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second quarter. Mamadou Anechianea trying to muscle his way inside. You don't want to mess with Mamadou. His biceps are literally built like trees. Here's Odavius Shepard at the buzzer. It's good. And Cleveland with a great ending to the second quarter. They now lead by 8, 59-51. This game was close throughout the entirety of the second quarter, but the Cavs got hot. Shepard with 16. Kyrie Irving has 23 points on 20 shots. Kevin Durant has 3 points on 2 shots. That seems kind of odd that Kyrie has taken 10 times the amount of shots that KD has taken in the first half. I don't really get that. We'll see if Durant makes more of an impact in the second half, or if Kyrie's just going to keep heaving up junk that all happens to fall. Nets have cut the lead quickly down to 4. LeVert now wide open in the corner, and now they are only down by 1. A great start so far to the third quarter for Brooklyn, as the Cavs going to try to make it a 2-score game. Once again, they do, as Kawhi Leonard drills the 3. 65-61. Cavs trying to run the fast break. What a pass by Leonard. Garrett with the Euro step floater to put Cleveland up by 6. Now they're up by 5. A great pass by JHW over to Reddish for 3. 70-64. Garrett steals it away. Westwood has trouble controlling it, and it's in the hands of Cedric Garrett. Inside for the poster. What a play by Cedric Garrett. He stole it, picked up the ball, and took it himself for a nice dunk. 74-67, RJ Hampton with a tough roll inside. The Nets now with 69 points. Nice. Now they don't have 69 points. As Cam Reddish with the ball. Reddish step back at the buzzer. No good, but still a solid third quarter for the Cavs. The Nets made a little bit of ground up but Cleveland does lead by 5 as it's 78-73. On to the fourth quarter now. We'll see if the Nets can cut this lead down as that pass was tipped away. Nets get it back. Kevin Durant with the shot. That is his first field goal attempt of the second half, his third of the game. I don't know why KD just has not been in it at all. He just seems kind of out of his funk. Nice dunk for Shepherd. He is 20. 82-76. RJ Hampton dribbling the ball. He gets it to Durant. Durant with a nice move past Garrett for the dunk. And now KD is starting to figure things out. 86-80. What a move by Garrett. He gets the and one. A great second half so far for Cedric Garrett. He's arguably been the best player on the floor since halftime. 9-point lead here for Cleveland. Nets trying to get back in it as Kyrie passes it for Dario Saric, who makes the three, cutting it back down to 6. 91-85 now. O'Davious Shepherd. Fade away, Trey. Shepherd has really shot the ball well from beyond the arc today. 94-85. Nice block by Jason Higgins-Wycraft. And then he gets a great pass inside for Cedric Garrett, who flushes the slam. Cleveland now up by 11. Their biggest lead of the game. Going to try to make it a 14-point deficit, and they do. Kawhi makes the three, and the Cavs are on fire. Cleveland is able to retrieve that one. Shepherd to Garrett, back to Shepherd, and Cleveland is unstoppable. This was a 5-point game going into the fourth quarter, and now nobody can stop the Cavs. Jarrett Allen's shot is blocked off the backboard by Big Fafa. Cleveland trying to do some more damage. Shepherd from 3 again misses, but Diafafatobo gets the putback. And at this point, the Nets can't come back. A 25-point victory here for Cleveland. The Cavs make a statement as they officially clinch not only the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, but they will finish with the best record in the National Basketball Association here in the 2023-2024 season. Quite the accomplishment here for the Cavs, and they made a statement tonight against Brooklyn. This was a very close game for 3 quarters, but the Cavs outscored the Nets by 20 in the fourth. Kyrie put up 34, but nobody else was in the double figures. Only 7 points for Kevin Durant. That might be a career low for him, to be honest. O'Davious Shepherd with another 30. He went 6 of 10 from deep, really shot the ball well. 22 for Garrett, 18 for Kawhi. Another game where we went over 50% from deep. As I said, we have officially clinched the number 1 seed in the NBA, but we've also clinched the top record in the NBA, as the 2-seeded Pistons have a better record than the top seed in the West, which is currently the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's an update with the 8 seed, by the way. The Nets, Hornets, Celtics, and Wizards are all within 1 game of each other. If the season ended today, the Hornets would be the 8 seed. So now that we've already clinched, we're going to change the rotations around for the time being. Shepherd, Kawhi, and Miles Turner will be resting for the rest of the season. And we're going to let some of the scrubs get an opportunity to play because they haven't really gotten any playing time. In our next 3 games, we went 3-0, including beating the Detroit Pistons, which is very interesting. So we beat the Pistons, who are the second best team in the league, without our 2 best players. Now entering the final game of the season, I'm going to let all these scrubs start. We'll see if we can get another win here against the Knicks, who are a playoff team. I think they're the 5 seed currently. And we're going to put all of our worst players on the floor, see if we can get the win. And it looks like we will. We beat them 115-101. 22 points for Zion Hopkins III, albeit on 1 of 12 shooting from deep. Rob Francis McNair and Hamza Al-Bukhajali were also in the double figures. So let's see all of the awards and stuff. Take a look at the playoff bracket as Ja Morant wins the MVP. Very well deserved. He had a great year. Rookie of the Year goes to DeKalen Savage Jr. Now, the rookies are all messed up because, as you can see, there are only like 4 qualified players. There were a lot more rookies who played, like Jason Higgins-Wycraft, but the year's pro for all of the rookies is completely messed up. I don't know why. Cameron Bowman wins 6th Man of the Year, Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year, and James Smith of the Grizzlies wins Most Improved. He's one of the main reasons why they've really turned things around in Memphis, and I think they finished the year as the 2 seed. Our very own Lionel Hollins wins Coach of the Year, and our very own Dylan Dawson wins Executive of the Year. The All-NBA First Team features Ja, Cassius Calvin, Zario Papadopoulos, Giannis, and Kat. How did O'Davious Shepherd not make the first team? He made the first team last year as a rookie and improved. I'm especially salty Zario Papadopoulos got in ahead of him. LaMelo Ball, Killian Hayes, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid all make the second team, and then the third team goes to De'Aaron Fox, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, John Collins, and Nikola Jokic. Here are the all-defensive teams. I believe Kawhi Leonard made the all-defensive second team. Yes, he did. Very good to see. And then, of course, the all-rookie teams, again, are completely messed up. There is no all-rookie second team, which is dumb. I don't know why the draft class was like that, where rookies weren't listed as rookies for whatever reason, but oh well. So as you can see, it's the Boston Celtics who we will be playing in the first round. Here's a look at the final standings. The Pistons actually dropped to 4. The Bulls and Bucks both passed them. Knicks 5, Pacers 6, Nets 7, and Celtics 8. Looks like the Hornets and Wizards sucked to end the year, and the Hawks were actually only 1 game back of the 8th seed as well. I'm happy we're not playing Atlanta. That would have been a tough matchup. In the West, it's Warriors 1, Grizzlies 2, T-Wolves 3, Blazers 4, Pelicans 5, Suns 6, Spurs 7, and Nuggets 8. The Mavericks barely miss out. The Thunder finished with the second worst record in the league, which is important because we do have their draft pick. So that will end today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time, we're going to be starting the first round of the playoffs against the Boston Celtics, the team that eliminated us from the playoffs a year ago. So hope everybody enjoyed. I'm out. Peace.